then it's from there. It move on. So we crept into the economic system where you want something, not only you buy material, but you pay labor to get what you want done. So we move on from there. Yes. But of course, if you interview a next person, they might have their own concept or the way they see it. But for me, this is actually the way that I experience it, that was going on. Yes. And the contractors that were here in my days coming up were the late Jack Delville. He got a son here now is doing, but his father, he was doing construction. He was a big contractor here. Then we had one there in Marigot, the late Kittel, Papu Kittel, the Kittels. They were the contractors. And of course, you have others, but I think that they were about the leading ones that I know about that you could have gone work. And in those days in the construction, when I came over, what they were doing, you were mixing everything on hand. You had no concrete shop and all of that, so and everything and clean, everything you were just mixing on hand. Or later on you get a mixer, but they were doing these small concrete mixer that they would be doing. And what's exciting when I went on the construction field with them is literally they would be pouring, let's say, upstairs, 2 floor. You would mix it in a small concrete mixer. She hold about 1 bag or 2 bags of cement for time. And they will throw it out in this trough, in this container, make with plywood inside. You would shovel it, put in a bucket, next one pass a bucket, and sometimes those buckets will go up to 4 different hands before they can get on the roof. And that was done with fun, not that they were done grudgingly or meanly. It would be a race who could pour the fastest and how much bags we can pour per day, I always, the one you start to stay underneath, because when I lift the bucket, I can pass it to you. But those boys over here, they were so skilled. They would swing it over the next one, and the other one of them will catch it, bypass this one, and the other one catch it. And what working in those days was all fun. You're pushing out labor, you can get paid, but at the time it was fun, and so those are the areas that I met in Anguilla when I come up and then start to be among them the way that they would work and do things. Mm-hmm. Like one of the things that we'll do in St. Martin, when you come from the construction, you put on your top bat suit. You don't know them. This was top bat suit. That is, whenever pants get too old, you cut him off, so he become your bat suit. When he's new, you go churching him. When he get a little older, you walking him. And when he going on to nothing, you cut him off, and that's your bat suit. Beautiful. So we would come on the bay. I don't know for the other villages, but like in Quencas, we'll come on the beach every afternoon with limes. Because in those days, the material of the cement used to be more acid, because it used to be more white. If you don't get it off properly, it used to even eat you. So we come on the beach, you rub yourself with lime properly, your hands, your foot, everything, rub with your lime, and then afterward, we go in the sea. And we have a special chemical that you use when you go in the sea. You don't use the coarse sand, not the milk coarse, you use the finest sand. They got different grades. And you push there all over your face, your skin, your arms, your leg, and everything come off. Now, lower down in Quencas, those that live in Shantytown, when they come by the fish pot, Ocean 82 or the pier, they will go across to Wentz, and all of them had these wells in the yard. Now, here, in my area, we'll go by the beach club. We had about 3-4 wells there. So you'll take your drawing bucket, you rinse yourself with your water, and then you carry your soap. We had a top soap all of us had we used to use. Lifebuoy, that was the top bathing soap in those days. She can feel good and you can feel sweet. Like, boy, soap by the well, and you rinse off by the well with the water. So basically, and then you bring on your bucket of water because you got your feet to rinse off from the sand and other things. So basically that was like the lifestyle coming up in there. So this thing are the boys on the block, they have raised in a village in an area where they've always been connected, except they do different things, Instead of just sitting and idle and doing nothing or making trouble. In those days we'd walk, you'll be together, you'll come on the scene. This one, hey, you come here. He said, boy, I can't come, I gotta go out. I gotta change. Those who used to have their parents had cattle, they would go take care of the cattle, and this kind of thing after work. And then, you see when we done on the bin out and we go up on it, well, there wins, those there go, those down. Just each one had his own section. But at the end of the day, we all was on these big beaches. And that was our swimming pool. Great swimming pool, eh? Yeah, but we didn't know the value and importance of all that minerals we were putting in our body. We just thought it as the sea, we like the sea and we get in our cement off, but not knowing the importance and the value that we were getting in those years. So life, so even though you were poor, should we use the word poor? You were underprivileged and you didn't have money, maybe do the things where you would dream about or want, but there was so many joy and happiness, you forget you were poor. You ever come to that? You forget because you're so excited what you're doing and it comes so normal and relaxing that you even didn't know you were poor. Yeah, so there's a kind of thing that I raised up in. And what I had loved is we were poor, we did not know cattle, but the other men that were working, how we'll call it, like the grain cars, clear-skinned people. They was our kings and queens. We adore them, we respect them, and we turn they respect us. So the men that would be taking care of their cattle, they will ask us, and that's what sense in my Angola days, holidays. Saturdays, they'll ask my mother to allow us to go with them. So we had a sweet oil pan. It was about a gallon, not about a gallon. They call it Tralala sweet oil pan. Okay. Tralala sweet oil pan. T-R-A, Tralala sweet oil pan. And the men, our men were, tinsmiths. So they could always had handles in them. They put handles in them. So every Saturday that we go with these different people, whether it was Lant Marcel or Hope Estate, we would go with them and we'll come back with a gallon of milk, so we'll have this fresh milk. And it's not a question you had to buy it or he had to steal it to give it to you. It was just something normal. You take even these Dezong here, right in front of me, they would had Leo and the other cousin. They would taking care of their cattle in Lant Marcel, and they would ask you to come over and you'll go. So whoever you go with on a Saturday, you're coming back with a Tralala sweet oil pan of milk, fresh cow milk. So, and speaking about the fresh cow milk, one of the things that they do on St. Martin to Anguilla, on St. Martin, you make porridge, but in those days we call it pap. I don't know if you heard that word. And we'll make pap mother will make pap from the flour pap, cornmeal pap, Those are the pap we use. Now, on Anguilla, they will make the pap or the porridge from the guinea corn, the small little one, guinea corn. Boy, she's powerful. Oh, I believe my one went in my voice. That's why I don't get tired talking. She was good guinea corn porridge, man. And then you had other Greek corn porridge and so on. But I guinea corn, she was a bum. But over here, it was pap. And if they ask you, literally my mother asks us, like a Sunday morning, so she get up, she got to make porridge, which one you want? Yeah, make flour pap. No, come make flour pap. And for whatever reason, that was excited flour pap. You tell a child flour pap, now he send you crazy, man. He send you flour. You can't tell him a flour pap. But in their days, we thought it was the best thing to eat. Flower Pepper, oh boy, she used to be great. So basically those are some of the